Where did that blue-haired kid go?
She couldn't have gone far with those injuries! Root her out! How dare she think about snatching the leader from right under our noses!
Should I call them sinners? Or monsters?
Without a doubt, all of this is caused by mania. Those hyperactive sinners aren't just going wild from gaining a new power. The power itself is the problem.
This is similar to what happened to Hela and Hecate. Their minds are a lot more chaotic than before, but I don't seem to be affected at all. There are more sinners here today than all the sinners that appeared in this city in the past 10 years.
Guess it's really the shackles' fault. I'm not shackled, so I'm not affected. But the folks from the NBCC, as well as those who came to get the shackles on their own, are having problems. Those from the NBCC are seeing the strongest symptoms. Hela said the shackles would be calm and stable when the chief is around. But now that she's dead, why did they become so malevolent? What's spurring them? It can't be a sinner. It must be something more deeply connected to her. She wasn't in the mine that time, yet Hecate insisted the shackles were there, and the contamination was indeed shattered from below. Those two kids said there was a powerful bond between the two halves. The shackles used this connection to cross space-time and come to the mine. Does that mean the shackles also have a powerful bond with the corpus? And that it's still alive? That makes sense. Their problems arose after we cleared the mine and started heading back. The shelter was also a mess when we arrived. That should be the time things went wrong. Was she killed at that time? After she just defeated that monster? Was it because she was weakened by the battle? Who did it? Rustfire claims the executive officers did it. Well, then how did Rustfire bring the chief out? If the culprit is Rustfire, what's their motive? What really happened at that time?
No, it doesn't matter anymore. Her death benefited everyone.
Rustfire took up the banner of justice and grew rapidly from a small militia on the brink of annihilation to a force that expelled the executive committee and occupied all of West District. Both BR-004 and BR-002 are in their hands now. They've realized their goal. The gangsters used this chance to whitewash their crimes. They became righteous Rustfire warriors by just shouting a few slogans and throwing on a cloak. Plus, they gained extraordinary powers and became sinners by just touching the leader. That's a lot better than being a gangster. As for the executive committee, they haven't necessarily lost yet. They let Rustfire have Syndicate and a couple of black rings, but those fools didn't do anything with them. They didn't focus on cultivating hypercubes, nor did they go hunt down the escaped corpus. The first thing they did was to come snatch up the shackles.
Rustfire. Take a look at the hoodlums you recruited for your so-called future. And you wanted syndicants to rise up and take back their future? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. How is this any different from gangs and mania weapons? There's no difference at all. From now on, a swarm of sinners will terrorize Syndicate. Things will be exactly the same as before.
I might as well kill the chief and get rid of the shackles for good. The shackles are a new catalyst for violence that must be eradicated before it harms more people.
The shadow? It's that blue-haired kid!
Protect the shackles! She's not here to take the leader away, she's here to kill! She wants to kill the leader!
I'm sick of you bastards! Look what you did to Syndicate, you...
Don't make stuff up! Chief would never abandon us. She'll have an explanation for this for sure. Where's Chief? You said you'd take us to see Chief. The shackles are all messed up. I can't feel her.
Everyone says they hate violence, but violence has already been ingrained in their souls. The more you want to realize a dream, the more shortcuts you're willing to take. All these years, the fastest shortcut in Syndicate has always been violence.
What an audacious little tyke! You dare harm our leader?
What a joke. If you really respected her, return her to the people waiting for her!
Did I lose? Lose to those bastards!
So this is the future? Is it still gonna be like this? Nothing changed at all. Go eat shit.
What's happening? She already fainted, but the shadows are still...
Like they say, ignorance is dangerous. The uneducated will always see black as just black.
Raven from Rustfire, what are you doing here? Oh, right. You're here to get the leader too, you...
We'll talk about that in a bit. Right now, I'm very angry.
Don't be scared. Don't panic. Her ink will be used up soon. She won't be able to hold out much longer. Call for backup. We have more than enough people.
The weapon of a poet is her thoughts, which gets conveyed through her writing. I'm quite lazy, so I didn't write that much. I happen to run a school around here. I wrote a few dozen textbooks and a couple hundred poems. I finally met a student I liked enough to pass on my work to. But look what you did to her. I must avenge her.